us. You can have shops and we won't mess with it. You can walk out with receipts. You can grow it, yeah, but it's still not legal federally. But they still have men in prison that are rotting in there for the same thing. It just doesn't make sense. And we have a group over here at SSDP and for more information, but it just wonder what you would think about that. Because there's men that's been in there, one of them for 26 years just for marijuana.
This is one of the good things that Donald Trump did. He was initially not that excited about criminal justice reform, but he became more excited over time. We were part of that influence, Kelly and I, as well as Jared Kushner was also in favor of the First Step Act. When the First Step Act passed, the first men to be released was, remember his name? Matthew Charles. And I met him, and he was in prison in Nashville for like 30 some odd years or something.
I've been with you.
He said the first time that he heard about it, he saw me in the press conference talking about it, and I was talking about the fact that it was going to be retroactive to people, not just new people being arrested, but people in prison. And he'd been in forever and ever. Many of these people were not violent crimes. There's a woman who's now in charge of Parliament for Trump. Alice Johnson.
Yeah, real good friend of mine. Real good friend of mine. Her and Ivanka worked on my case to get me out at the very end.
And I think all of these are good things. It's still not a perfect situation, but it's better than it used to be. Still, the cannabis legalization is all state by state. The hemp industry is being destroyed back under the rules. There's still a lot of that. There's still injustice in the prison sentences. I would say it's better than it has been.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.